is Jillian Brock. This is my class of 3rd graders, and we are doing a lesson on describing words. Okay, the first thing that I want my students to do today is describe these objects. Now we have a small stuffed frog, and we have a seashell. And I have my students in 2 groups, and I'm going to give my students the objects, and they are going to write down the words that describe the objects. Hello, everybody! Everybody take your thinking caps and put them on. Because today we're going to do a lot of thinking. We're going to have to think about describing words. Now, the first thing we're going to do in this lesson is I'm going to give you each an object. Each group is going to get either a seashell or a stuffed frog. And y'all are going to have to write down describing words that describe the frog or the seashell.
Sunlight. Has 2 eyes. Hard. That's so smooth. Smooth. Soft. It's also a shell. You can write on shell. Yeah, that's fine. Dry. It's small. Small. It's got lines on it. It's kind of dirty. Yes.
Okay, if you have all of your describing words, do we have all of our describing words?
Yes.
Can you write them down on your paper now as the most descriptive to the least descriptive words?
Shell. It is a shell. That's right. Yeah. Hard. I think cracked is the smallest thing, so that should come out.
Small or add those if you want to.
Sure. Small.
Medium brown.
Okay.
The shiny or is this dull?
Dull.
Is this shell shiny or dull?
Inside looks a little shiny. Mostly dull.
Did that be a describing word? Do we have all of our words in order?
Yes.
Okay, now our first group, can you read me your words from most descriptive to least descriptive?
We had frog, green, soft, tiny, cuddly, dull, dirty, 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a nose.
Okay, second group.
We have shell, white, lines, bumpy, smooth, hard, small, round, dry, cracked, and dull.
Okay, now, students, I would like for you two to get together and decide which words y'all have found that are the most descriptive words about your objects.
had this shell, and we thought that one of the most descriptive words was shell, and then white, because that's the color of it.
We had the frog, and we said that our most descriptive words were the frog and green.
So maybe the names of the things could be the most important, and then maybe a color would.
Since we both did that and both did.
And what color?
I like green better, so what about green?
That sounds good.
Okay, so you two as groups have decided that the most descriptive words are frog, shell, and green. Okay, tell me why you think these words are descriptive.
It tells you what it is.
Tells you what it is, okay?
Green tells the color of it.
Okay. So it tells you what it is and maybe describes the object. Now, do you think it would be more descriptive for me to say this is a frog? Or do you think this would be more descriptive if I said this is a small, green, smiling, happy frog?
The second one.
So you think that won't be more descriptive. So do you think frog would be the most descriptive?
No.
No? And what about shell? If I said this is a bumpy, cracked, white shell with lines in it, would that be more descriptive than just saying this is a shell? You think so? Okay. You two get together, you two groups get together and decide which words are the most descriptive.
Maybe green, soft, and tiny.
Yeah, those are the frogs.
Maybe white, bumpy, with long. Maybe small.
It could be big, very small.
Do you want to pick 3 words between both of our groups?
Yes. So like you could say
we
like
both have small and tiny, so tiny would be a good one.
Okay, so tiny, and then white.
okay, have you two groups decided on what word most describe your objects?
Yes. Tiny, dull, and dry.
Tiny, dull, and dry. Now, do you think this list looks better than your first list?
Yes.
I do too. Next, we're going to decide what makes a word descriptive. So we're going to come up with a list of guidelines for what could make a word descriptive. So let's think about a descriptive word. Give me one.
Pretty.
Pretty. Okay. What do you know about the word pretty?
How somebody looks.
So it describes something. All right. Okay. And is pretty a noun, a verb, or an adjective? I know we talked about this last week.
An adjective.
An adjective. All right. Can anyone think of anything else?
It's a positive word.
It is positive, but not all descriptive words are positive. You can have very negative descriptive words. Anyone else have one? And all this week, you guys know we have been reading the book Giraffe Trouble. Now, can anybody give me some descriptive words about giraffes?
Tall,
Tall,
spotty,
Spotty, that's a good one.
Adorable.
Adorable, yes. Anybody else? Okay. We are going to read this page about the lion sleeping, and we're going to look for descriptive words. So whenever you guys hear a descriptive word, I want you to put your thumb up, okay? One day, when her mother was eating acacia leaves, Cam smelled the tasty combertum. Fearlessly, she strode off to find them. She walked past the lion pride. The lioness opened one eye. She did not stop Cam. Even a little giraffe can kick hard. She would wait until Cam lay down to chew her cud and rest. Okay, you guys look at this and tell me which descriptive words are on that page.
Hasty.
Hasty. Fearlessly. Now, what do you know about the word fearlessly?
It's an adverb.
It is an adverb. So sometimes there are a couple exceptions to the fact that most descriptive words are adjectives.
Little.
Little.
One.
One. Is that a descriptive word?
Tell from me, is that an adverb?
I think it really is.
How about the two groups get together and discuss whether you think a number is a descriptive word?
I mean, it's still describing
How many?
how many. So I would think that it would be descriptive.
I think adverbs tell how and how many.
Because if you were like the 3 green frogs, I would say 3 green would be descriptive of the frog.
It paints a picture for somebody that can, if you're not physically there to see the scene, it paints a picture.
Well, I think it's a descriptive word.
Okay. You guys convinced me. One can be a descriptive word. Okay, everybody. Now I want you to give me 3 things that you learned today. So number 1, who wants to give me the first? Okay.
Adjectives describe things.
Adjectives describe things, but do you remember the rule?
They're not always adjectives. Sometimes adverbs describe things.
That is right. All right, give me 2.
Numbers can be describing words.
Numbers can be describing words. I learned that today too. Number 3.
The name of an object is not a descriptive word.
The name of an object is not always a descriptive word. While it can describe the object, technically you want to go a little bit more in depth with your object.